And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Today we're playing Don't Fear the Demons, Episode 3, Map 2 of Invasion. This map has 85 kills to be had. The one secret is just getting into the map and 16 items. I expect to be able to show you how to do that. The game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Unearthed platform. As always, we are playing on the ultra-violence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all three of those categories. So now that we've kind of like poked ourselves into the corner so I can do a bit of narration, we find ourselves facing off against some lost souls. We do want the shotgunners to come though, because we do want their weapon. We have the plasma rifle, we're not going to use it on them. Come on boys, where are you? There you are. Alright, well, Lost Soul sort of cooperated, sort of did not. We're going to wait for this shotgunner as well. Okay, so I think I don't know about you, but I've had it with the Lost Souls. Let's use the regular shotgun that we took from the shotgunners, and now we're okay. So we have the pistol, we have the regular shotgun, and the plasma rifle. We'll be saving the plasma rifle for later. We can go ahead and get that red key and those items now, but we're not going to. Just beyond, you can see there are some imps and a revenant. So we do want to kind of avoid them for the moment. Because what my strategy is, I'm going to go around the corner, around the other enemies, and I'm going to take care of a chain gunner. So we can take the chain gunner's chain gun. So let's go ahead and do that. Right? So let's go ahead. And then we can go ahead and with some chain gun ammo, and then with some of our remaining shotgun shells, we can go ahead and dispose of the enemies that remain. We don't have to worry about the enemies inside that room for the moment. They're just pinkies, so they cannot hurt. Pick up a little bit of ammo. Sure, let's pick up a little bit more. And some chain gun ammo. So now we're pretty well stocked and ready to go with ammunition. Just take good care as far as taking shelter from the revenants. We could use the plasma rifle, yes, but I don't think it's necessary here. You can use the chain gun or the regular shotgun quite easily. I would take out the plasma rifle now. This is when I like to use it. We're going to face a bunch of cacos as soon as we kind of grab some of this stuff. So let's go ahead, hop down, maybe line them up a little bit. We can get some plasma up at the top. We can dispose of the cacos completely with the plasma, or we can just soften them up a bit, maybe with some remaining shotgun ammo. We can save the plasma. They're really up to you. They do give us enough plasma to play around with the cacos for sure. So let's go back up. Did we forget anything? Because I know there are some armor bonuses. Yes, there are two. And it looks like in the initial swipe, we did grab everything else. So now armed with the red key, we can go ahead and open up the red door. There is that pink key. We can dispose of that pink key. And why not, since we're here? Sure, let's just dispose of the other pink key, because eventually we'll be opening up that yellow key door. Now switch over to your chain gun, because what we're going to do is we're going to trigger teleportation of a real whack of zombies, a whole bunch of them, so zombie men. So we're going to not want to face that face on, but we are going to want to use this again as our hold point. The reason for that is that every time the zombie men are teleported here, or they're teleported around the corner to come here, they will be giving us basically unlimited chain gun ammo to keep disposing of their brethren. So it does make this corner fairly convenient. See, I picked up like a god-awful amount of bullets just by kind of walking out over the corpses. So that's my strategy. I get, again, to this hold point. I find it quite effective for disposing of the enemies and at the same time replenishing the ammunition. So there's like no problem here on this kind of ammunition. I think if you go ahead about it this way and let the enemies come to you and basically deposit their bullet clips fairly regularly. So it's not really, you're not really in a position to run out of ammo. I mean, it's just an incredible amount of bullet clips there. Whoop. I think another one came out, yes. Otherwise, I think we're about done. There might be another couple here. No, that's it. So as you can see, there were a gazillion in there, and I've disposed of all of them by using that hold point and getting all of their weapons so I would not run out, all of their ammo so I would not run out. So once we've disposed of them, we can go ahead and grab the health bonuses for 100% of the yellow key plus the ammo line beside these two red pillars. The red key, it doesn't work on that door. That's where we came in from the last map. But of course, we'll go ahead, the yellow key. We'll go ahead through this door. We'll press this, and what that's going to do, it's going to open up another area where there's going to be an archvile, but a bunch of gunners, really, that we want to dispose of first. And we do want them to come over, because we don't want them to be within the reach of the archvile to revive. I guess we could take the regular shotgun, I suppose, for the pinky. Now what I like to do is I like to race over, away from the Revenant's rockets, of course, and the zap of the archvile. So all these enemies now, we can pick up their ammo if you want. All these enemies now on the ground have been disposed of, so now it's just the Revenant, the archvile, and the Hell Knight. So let's go ahead. Oftentimes the enemies fire at the archvile, and the archvile disposes of them for us. Oftentimes it's the Revenant, and he oftentimes is too far away to be revived. That's kind of the irony. So you can see now the archvile is kind of annoyed at the other enemies, so we'll let the archvile do its dirty work. I suppose we can use the plasma rifle. We didn't use a ton of plasma, so let's wait for the archvile to dispose of the helmet. Okay? So I guess the archvile changed its mind to go ahead and revive the Revenant. Anyway, that's okay. So pick up whatever ammo you want. If you need a couple of stim packs, sure, why not? Blue key, and of course the supercharge is nice. And that pretty well is it. I mean, we do have a couple of enemies left. We can pick up a few more of the bullet packs here, I suppose. It's just 2 imps remaining, so why don't we go ahead and just tap it then with the chain gun, I guess. And then we're done. But we will do a final count. Yes, all 86 kills, the 1 secret, and all 16 items. You do know what that means. Yes, we are done. And that is Don't Fear the Demons, Episode 3, Map 2, Invasion. It's a fun map. I think if you just do it in an orderly way, as is typical with this WAD for weapon and ammo collection. I like using the whole points where the original chain gunner was. You get his ammo, and plus you're in a safe spot away from the Revenant's rockets and other enemies. That's the way I like to do it. Perhaps you agree. Perhaps you just like watching the walkthrough. Either way, yeah, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.